Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. With an incredible career spanning nearly 40 years, Johnny Depp is often considered one of the most versatile and talented actors Hollywood has ever seen. From the Mad Hatter and Captain Jack Sparrow to Willy Wonka and Sweeney Todd, the 58-year-old A-lister has introduced audiences to some of the most unforgettable characters in film history. But apart from these iconic characters, there are several other roles Johnny Depp has played that seem to have slipped right under the radar. Most of these under-celebrated roles were way before his Pirates of the Caribbean years, some even extending all the way back to the beginning of his career in 1984. Here are roles you didn't know Johnny Depp played. Number 5. Ichabod Crane. Back in the 90s and 2000s, Johnny Depp starred in a long list of gothic fantasy and horror films by Tim Burton, and it's safe to say the collaboration was commercially successful, leading to massive box office hits like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But one of Depp's lesser-known Tim Burton movies is 1999's Sleepy Hollow. The supernatural horror film features New York City police officer Ichabod Crane, played by Johnny, who is sent to investigate 3 brutal murders in the village of Sleepy Hollow. The killer? A notorious villain called the Headless Horseman, who's really the ghost of a soldier from the American Revolutionary War. The mysterious legend rides a black steed in search of his missing head and goes around decapitating his victims. As horrifying as that may sound, Depp delivered a praiseworthy performance, not to mention his chemistry with his co-star Christina Ricci, who was nothing short of amazing. Number 4. Donnie Brasco. Donnie Brasco is another classic that fell into the shadow of Depp's bigger hits. Based on a novel of the same name, this crime drama film turned out to be a box office success, grossing over $120 million worldwide. Donnie Brasco even received an Oscar nomination, yet most fans might never have heard of the film since it came out back in 1997. When we talk about Depp's character in the movie, he plays the role of an FBI undercover agent named Joe Pistone, who infiltrates the Bonanno crime family in New York City. In an attempt to bring members of the Mafia to justice, Pistone works under the alias Donnie Brasco, a jewelry thief from Florida. But despite his solid plan, he faces a moral crisis and ends up leading his friend Lefty to an unthinkable fate. Critics reviewed Donnie Brasco as one of the best crime thrillers of the year, and especially praised Depp's sensational performance. Number 3. Gilbert Grape. Johnny Depp was only 19 years old when he starred in the 1993 film What's Eating Gilbert Grape?, which earned him his first Golden Globe and Academy Award nominations. His character, Gilbert Grape, is a 25-year-old grocery store clerk who's suddenly bombarded with responsibilities from all sides after his father's suicide. The small-town guy has to look after not just his morbidly obese mother, but also his mentally impaired younger brother Arnie, played by Leonardo DiCaprio. If all this wasn't hard enough to handle, Gilbert's love life is complicated as well, since he's involved with a married woman. That is until he starts developing feelings for an out-of-town visitor. Despite his growing feelings for her, Gilbert's unusual life circumstances create hindrances in the way of his budding romance. What's Eating Gilbert received generally favorable reviews, with Depp and DiCaprio getting universal acclaim for their performances. Number 2. Glen Lance. Number 2 on this list is a role that happens to be the very first character Johnny Depp ever played. As a teenager, Depp made his acting debut in the 1984 supernatural slasher film A Nightmare on Elm Street, playing the role of Nancy Thompson's boyfriend, Glen Lance. Nancy is a teenager whose friend starts seeing a clawed killer named Freddy Krueger in her nightmares. Freddy warns Nancy he'll kill her friends one by one at the stroke of midnight, after which Nancy realizes she must stay awake at any cost. A Nightmare on Elm Street is a timeless classic and one of the greatest horror movies ever made. The film was so successful that it gave rise to an entire franchise consisting of 6 sequels, a TV series, and a remake of the same name. But viewers often forget that Johnny Depp was a part of the 80s classic, mainly because of how unrecognizable he is in the film. Number 1. Victor Van Dort. If you're in the mood for an out-of-the-box animated movie, look no further than Corpse Bride. This 2005 film, which is also a Tim Burton production, narrates the story of a quiet, timid groom named Victor Van Dort, voiced by none other than Johnny Depp. After ruining his wedding rehearsal, a nervous Victor escapes into the forest and practices his vows without realizing that he isn't alone. Conflict arises when he accidentally gets married to a corpse bride named Emily, who whisks him into the underworld. Thanks to its unique visual style, Corpse Bride was a critical and commercial success, grossing over $110 million worldwide against a $40 million budget. It also allowed Johnny Depp to prove that he's just as brilliant when it comes to voice acting, and can even bring the most mundane characters to life. That's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay notified about our latest videos. Thank you for watching.